Hey guys, welcome back to Burnout's Hot Rod Shop. On this episode, I take another trip to my local flea market, Blue Ridge Flea Market. I seem to hit it every week. The dollar bin guy that I go to keeps bringing new stuff out. He keeps saying, I'm gonna have some new stuff tomorrow, I'm gonna have some new stuff next week, whatever that is. And I make sure I go check it out. I did it again this week, and he did not disappoint. So let's see what I got. All right, guys. So still got the messy side up from doing the last cleanup I did for you guys. So we will start off with these two guys up here. These I got primarily for the orange-handled Craftsman screwdriver. You just don't see these orange handles. I actually had a customer come in talking about them not long ago, and how he had some and he really tore them up and threw them away, and he's never seen another set or even an individual one. So this was in a bin along with these pliers or cutters. You can see there's a little daylight through there. There wasn't a whole lot else in the bin though. I mean, they'll probably just go in my dollar bin. But the bin these guys were in were 2 for $1. I wanted the orange screwdriver and I didn't really want 50 cents back. Let's see. We'll go down here. So this grouping here was my dollar bin guy that I hit up every week. First piece we got is this double box super wrench, 7/16 and 3/8. I think I picked one up last week as well for $1. But I always pick up super wrenches that are in decent shape when they're $1. I got this F wrench. I don't usually buy these unless I get them in with groupings. But for $1, these actually are name brand. So this is more drop forge. And if you're a Craftsman person, you'll know that probably that is V. The Flying V, the single line V was after they got bought out. But if it's a V series Craftsman, older one, it's more forge. And they also had this one, and we can look, and that's a 9-inch BHM. We got BHM Corp, Bridgeport, USA. Now this one's got a little bit of wear in the jaw, but nothing that can't be cleaned up. And it moves pretty well. A little gummy, but not too bad. And he also had this. Flip it over so you can actually read it. It's a Vaco screwdriver, but it's the 2-in-1. So you can be flathead or Phillips. And the flathead's in pretty good shape. One little twist on the end, around the corner there, but nothing major. And the piece I really liked off of his dollar table was this one. If you recognize that patent number, that's because it's an SK. It does turn both directions. And it had a socket on it. I'm honestly not sure where I set the socket. Oh, here it is. This was rusted on. You can see all that rust, so it wouldn't allow it to turn. When I got it pried off, the thing turned fine. And this socket is a Craftsman Evolve, and it's a T30. So this is when Craftsman first started looking at making all of their stuff in Asia. The Evolve was kind of the kickoff of that. So these were together, so that was $5. And I was looking around some more at another bin, another place, and picked up these guys. And if you look, you can see that it says Wizard. Got the cool embellishments on the handle. in pretty good shape, a little gummy, but that'll be an easy enough fix up. And then I got this out of that same bin, and it's a Diamond SK 3/8 drive ratchet. And this one was also, the switch itself was frozen. So I'm gonna have to take it apart. But this bin was a different vendor than either of the previous two, but it was another 2 for $1 bin. So I paid 50 cents a piece for those. And then finally, I got all this stuff from a vendor, and I've bought from this vendor before at a different flea market. Let's see, where did I start with him at? I started with this guy. And we look at it and like, ooh, that might be a Craftsman. We flip it over. It's actually the Husky version. Still the New Britain, but it's the Husky branded one. And they are the same, other than this plate. I think actually this handle is different too. It turns both directions. Mechanism seems to work really well, just needs a good cleaning. So he had this. And then I said, what do you want for that 71 series snap-on? He had 2 of them. This one turns real nice. And we talked a little bit about this. And I said, well, what about that 3/4 Proto? And he shot me a price on this. And it's in really nice shape. So we talked about this package. And basically he wanted 30 for the Proto, 20 for the Snap-on, and 10 for the Husky. So we were at $60. He didn't really want to move off there. I was trying to get him down. He said, I'll tell you what. He goes, grab you an SK wrench and do 60. So I picked up this SK Wayne double box. It's a 7/8 and 13/16. So basically I gave him $10 for these two together, 20 and 30. I know people at that flea market that try to charge $70 for these 71 series Snap-ons. 50 is about the cheapest I've seen it, so I was real happy to get that for 20. I was real happy to get this for 30. I keep looking at the 3/4, and people keep wanting $50 and up for them. So I think what I got into it is not bad. The cool part about the 3/4 Proto is it finishes off my collection of this style of Proto ratchet. Now I have everything from 1/4 up to 1 inch. So I picked up the 1/4, I think last week or the week before. I didn't find the anvil for that. Never have found it, but I did get the new one in the mail. So I've got a 1/4, I've got 3/8, male and female from this series. I've got 1/2 inch. Trying to think. That one I may have the standard length and the longer. If not, I've got the 3/8 longer as well. Now I've got the 3/4, and I've had the 1 inch for about a year. So all in all, I think I did pretty good at Blue Ridge. I mean, come on, 50 cents for a Diamond SK. Can't complain about that, right? So what'd you think? Did you have a favorite? For me, it's a tough one. There's a lot of really cool stuff in there. But I think it either comes down to the 71 series Snap-on or that 3/4 Proto. I've been looking for one of these Snap-ons. Like I say, the people around here, at least, they want way too much money for them. But finally found one in the price range I wanted to pay. So thought that was pretty cool. After I left Blue Ridge, I went to my booth at Marketplace 316 in Wingate, Pennsylvania. Shameless plug. And we're moving. So, it feels like we've only been there a couple months. And it has. So I think it's been 3 months, and we've outgrown our space. So we're moving. If you've been to our booth, we're on the back. We're on the back corner on the inside of the loop. We moved right across to the outside of the loop and basically doubled our space. So a lot more room to get around. I've got a lot more crap sitting over there that needs to get out there. So I'll be restocking with some stuff you guys haven't seen. So if you're in the neighborhood, come check it out. Again, it's 316 North Broadway, Marketplace 316. And it's in Wind Gap, Pennsylvania. For those of you that go to Jacktown, we're probably 15 minutes from Jacktown, where that's kind of the area. So hope you guys found something you liked in there in this haul. Say I know I did. And remember, guys, until next time, I'm Burnout. I love you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.